game number 4 of the FFCS Asia Grand Finals.
Alright, now we're going to be dropping in from the west side over to the eastern side. Now let's see where everyone does decide to drop on Bermuda.
Seems like we do have early drops coming in from the side
Oh, well,
of
that's
Evos.
a lot of drops.
Okay, yeah. But lucky enough, they'll be the ones that will be heading northward, so they will be moving in towards either Graveyard or Bullseye, but they are also sending 2 members in towards Observatory, so it's a 2-2 split, I do believe, coming from the side of Evos ID, while Heavy's going to be right below their belt, coming in towards Hangar. Catalyst was absolutely left empty, something of a surprise to me, but V Gaming, they're in for a bout here against the likes of Knights, but Knights, a fun fact, they have not secured a single kill throughout the past 3 games, so
Oh, no.
I'm not too sure how are they going to cope with this sort of pressure, because things are not looking all too great at the moment for the side of V Gaming.
Yeah, this is going to be a pretty tough one for Knights. I will have to say V Gaming, they have kind of fallen from grace. They had a beautiful opening getting that first booyah. They played wonderfully. And then after that, they just sort of disappeared. They kind of got knocked out very early. They haven't been able to perform. So it makes you wonder, was that first game a little bit of a fluke, or have they been unlucky in the games following it? Because V Gaming, they look so good.
Yeah, like, you can't really pull out Rick Astley right there being a one-hit wonder and just, leave us hanging like that. Like, they really gotta find ways to be able to just draw themselves at least to hold up in towards a top 7 scenario, because they've been falling flat on 12th, 10th, and for a team that has been able to secure a booyah as compared to the rest of the teams that have been able to do so, they're the only ones that have been crashing out relatively early. And now that they have the Tigers on the prowl as well, and oh man, this might not be good news for the Vietnamese side.
Yeah, it might not be too good if V Gaming do get spotted out here. As we saw from the top-down view, it looks like V Gaming, they really want to focus on looting. So they have separated, but now Knights are going to jump right on top of V Gaming. The question is, can they hear them?
Oh boy, this is quite an invasion coming in. Well, next level tactics coming from
Oh,
the Chinese
boy.
Taipei side. And oh my goodness! V Gaming now does get 1 kill off, and that another sort of review, but this blue one's really doing a whole lot of dirty tricks upon him. Oh, over on those angles, he's trying to reposition, but Dark Club, he should have taken the fight head on at the very least, but that's all that he could do. A 1-for-1 exchange, and V Gaming eventually loses 2.
Actually 2 for 1. Oh man, I think we may have just crippled V Gaming here. We were talking about how they sort of fallen from grace. Looks like we're going to be jumping into another fight here. Geek Fam versus TG.
And Geek Fam coming in with some long-range action here, but oh boy,
no.
2 members down. Apis is on the run. He's trying to get himself in towards safety inside the warehouse, and TG finally pops off.
2 HP on Golden. He almost went down. Oh, but luckily for TG, they do maintain their entire roster. The game has just started, and it seems like this Bermuda map is going to be much more active than our first round, where we saw a lot of teams just having a bit of a truce, saying, we want to focus on looting. We'll leave you alone if you don't touch us either. But now it looks like EVOS are wanting to contend for this building, and this might not look too good for Knights. They do have the advantage on the low ground if anyone decides to come down from EVOS, but is it going to be enough? Oh, Tong! Going to be in the sights there of Sami. Unfortunately, not able to get the drop down there, so they will be revealing Sami's position. Knights, how do they get themselves out of this tricky situation?
Seems like they will be able to receive a lot of information from Sami's effort at the very least, and then this 5 is going to be finding ways to rotate across the corner, and Sami gets caught out. This is not good news, but Tom, he's in for a surprise, and Mr. 5, he's popping off, and out of nowhere, members of the side of Team Knights are slowly butchered out, and well, Tom, only very little health left, and now 12th place finish. They did get quite a number of kills from the previous battle that they have already secured, but it's still not going to be enough to push them over in the standings, and now another fight erupts in the form of EV Thailand as well as TG.
Oh, TG. Looks like they've actually lost a member already, so it's going to be 3 versus 4. And EV Thailand, these guys are not afraid to go for those close quarter fights if they really need to. And of course, with the numbers disadvantage this early on, this might just be crippling for TG. They might even have to just sort of sacrifice 2 of their members to be able to get out. But what's the play here for TG? They're standing their ground. They are not going to just die so easily.
Yeah, and with that, the crew seems like he will be able to just pincer on the side of a member of TG, and instead of committing into the action, he's looking to reposition, get himself into safety. Oh, he's not so golden! What a tap! Wow! A quick scope coming in from the cruise, and that couldn't be any better in any form of way, but wow.
Well,
such
TG.
reaction.
They do manage to get away with 2 players, it seems, so they're going to have to sacrifice their poor member. So 2 players surviving. EV Thailand, though, they will get 2 kills under their belt, as it looks like on the other side, Pripgod actually manages to get the drop. Oh my goodness. Hang on. What's happening on the other side of the map? V Gaming?
Okay.
Whoa.
We have a situation here. Interesting enough, it's going to be a leg loft that will be able to actually secure that. I believe that they were trying to zipline their way across. Well, of course, it's the Firefox that you could possibly utilize, but RQ have already set up shop, and that will be a freebie for them. Now, Pac-Man tries to go in for a little bit of a swimming lesson for now, but for House of Blood, they will be able to actually take the entirety of the factory, and for the likes of Geek Fam, they have to play it safely. Apis so now all alone.
Yeah, this is going to be a really tough game for Geek Fam. They'll have to focus on placement points rather than those kill points, but being alone, there's so many things that can go wrong when you're being alone. If you have team members, you can have players watching all sides as you're running across the map. You're going to have constant vision. You have that backup, and if you get knocked, of course, you can get the res, but yeah, if you're going solo, you're going to have to play really quietly. This is the one time you kind of hope that you had that invisibility cloak from Harry Potter.
Oh,
you know, just whip that out, you know. Wait till the final cycle.
Can you imagine?
It's me! Actually,
one day, if that happens, like maybe there might be a crossover happening one day with, you know what would Harry Potter.
I was gonna say, if we had a Harry Potter crossover somehow, all the guns turned into wands, and we had all these other little Harry Potter mechanics, it'd be pretty interesting. I mean, I don't know what you call this. It might be called, the minigame could be called Free Magic or something. I don't know.
Well, if you can get to play as a character of the movies itself, definitely will be very interesting.
There'll be many Harry Potters on the map. Actually, no, I think there'll be more Hermiones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta be a mastermind tactician when it comes down to Free Fire, so having a Hermione, that'd be interesting. I was gonna ask which kind of house would you be at, but it seems like House of Blood's got their own plans right there. Cool Gaming, 10th place finish as Heavy landed that very final shot, and they were already way too scarce on all these resources, and that's the final member lurking, and it seems like they have already spotted out a member from the side of Geek Fam, chased him right in towards the clock tower, but he's already running for his life, and
Geek Fam looks like they do have someone nearby, so if they can somehow group up, they might be able to 2-man this.
Yeah, perhaps so, and House of Blood, they're just like hounds chasing in all over the place. Interesting way to actually scale up towards the top side, but they will miss the opportunity as Geek Fam has already sprinted off already. Now, still 2 kills on the side of EV Thailand, and still a lot of play areas to work with. It's just a couple of minutes of play that has been coming in for the players, but Heavy, I think that they're getting absolutely zoned out by the side of EV Thailand.
I don't think EV Thailand actually knew Heavy was on that high ground, so looks like we're going to be seeing some shots sprayed out, and it looks like Heavy are going to be taking the brunt of the damage there. Poor Barn actually almost dropping down to 0. He looks like he's found some cover. He should be healing up in just a moment, but neither team really having a good angle to get an easy knock. It just seems like so far a little bit of chip damage here and there.
Yeah, Panda's gonna be running across the hill, trying to look for an alternative way to just escape the wrath of the side of EV Thailand. But EV Thailand wants to commit towards this action right here. A little bit of damage being done, but not too substantial for the likes of Heavy, as they will be able to recuperate, pop themselves a couple of all these Mets before they commit towards the action. Kim Chan just by the corners of the top of the chimney, but that's definitely no Santa giving you a gift. It's a little bit way too early for Christmas, but if they could definitely get an ace towards the side of EV Thailand, that is pretty much equivalent to a Thanksgiving of sorts in a certain way.
Ooh,
but
Panda!
oh, Panda! Oh boy.
Not able to get a really good angle, just gets shot down, and no one can actually reach Panda safely. So they're just going to have to leave him for now, and EVTH actually going to head into the building to try and finish off the rest of Heavy. Now, of course, there is one member on the outside, but having someone outside doesn't really help if you're fighting inside the building.
Oh boy. It seems like they're getting more and more depleted. They've already lost one man throughout, and with Bond getting ready for that sort of a push, they are looking to move up towards the top floor, but with all these sort of shotguns at the ready, this is going to be a tough feat, and both teams, they might just be cleared up by the outskirts of the zone, and EVTH, they got to force the issue right now. The Cruise is going to be looking to reposition, and now BTS will commit towards the side of KOG.
Oh, this is actually going to be a really scary team fight. We've got two fights happening at the same time. Rest the Sky, they do still have two members alive, but they have lost Condemn, and this is against King of Gamers. Oh, Shin, 6 HP, just survives. They're actually going to run right into BTS. They know that they have the numbers advantage, and that's going to be it. Burst the Sky is going to be watching from the sky.
Yeah, and look at that teamwork coming in from the side of King of Gamer.
No
one kill for peace, and it felt like they really had them all cornered up from that close quarter combat, and even in the thick of things, they are looking so coordinated. I gotta say, that is amazing coming in from the team, but EXP Esports breaks down the UAV, and that will just deplete a little bit of info from the teams that are close by, but not too much of an issue at the very least. But over the side of EVTH, I really do wonder, has the fight concluded just about yet?
Well, I wouldn't say it's concluded. I think we're going to be seeing a part 2 here, as we're seeing House of Blood potentially running into EVTH. Now, the question is, who sees who first? And I'm inclined to say that House of Blood are the ones that are in position to retaliate if EVTH do decide to try and push the issue.
They've already chased Geek Fam out of the clock tower, and now it's EVTH that needs to move across, because this is not going to be the play area for them to work with anyways. So maybe with a big wraparound, it's going to be House of Blood that might just be taking the short end of the stick again if they do not leave the vicinity real soon, because there's not going to be all too much time for them to work with, and Heavy's taking the other long side over on towards the current north point that we are seeing from that angle. And EV Thailand already walk away with 3 pointers in the back. Well, a vehicle will definitely be useful in this scenario, but none is currently in sight. But now, RRQ tracing right in. It's King of Gamers right there, who have just come out hot with that 4 kill in the bag. And with that, Burst the Sky is, of course, just looking to be running out of gas already after losing that battle. But now, looking at some of the scores out there, KOG still taking the lead.
Taking the lead, they've got 4 members alive. Oh, EVTH. Oh no, the Kruz has been knocked down. And finally, it seems like these 2 squads are going to be going in for this engagement. 2 are down for EV Thailand. Triple kill onto House of Blood. Looks like Caramel on the other side actually managing to get a kill onto House of Blood. Where did EXP come from?
Oh, whoa, my goodness. I wasn't too sure where did that shot came from. Oh, there we go. Caramel from the sniper tower. Whoa. He really eagle-eyed that one as well. Mr. 05. Seems to be that he will be able to get 1 kill off the side of Geek Fam, and that leaves only 1 more member remaining for the Malaysian side. Right. Now, KOG dropping those nades. This much just look good!
Like a love!
What?
Oh, O'Connor is in such a tricky position. And even Chansu actually gets dropped as well from King of Gamers. They are just colliding into RRQ, and it might just be it for RRQ here. Potentially be eliminated by King of Gamers, and that is it. RRQ now going to be the 7th place team. Oh, King of Gamers, these guys are terrifying on Bermuda.
They're going at each other blow for blow, and, you know, in Indonesia, RRQ is known as King of Kings, but now you got the King of Gamers really putting up that challenge for that throne, and this is definitely going to be that big slap on the face on the side of RRQ. Say, yeah, you got that legendary win inside of Kalahari. I could possibly do better if I could just close this round inside Bermuda, and, well, they just wiped away 2 squads into a former versus this guy, and I don't know what to say. That itself, it could have actually come a little bit closer, but that nade as an opening coming from KOG, absolutely insane.
We might be seeing some more plays coming in soon, as it seems that the safe zone is starting to get very small now. 16 remaining, 16 players alive, and I don't think they can quite get in some car there, so Heavy's going to have to leave his teammate behind. Instead, he's going to try and reposition himself, maybe to try and... Oh, goodness. Oh, I'm not sure if he really wants to be in this position. There are too many people around him. Ah, Barn. I think he might regret his decision now. Almost getting shot down there from EVOS, and I do believe he will go down. EXP Caramel, though, did also get knocked down, but if you see on the other side, House of Blood getting picked off there by Street, I believe, and House of Blood now eliminated, as now it's just poor Barn stuck between 2 teams. Pins it in between EXP and EVOS, but of course, remember on the right side, we do have King of Gamers staying very quiet and not trying to show their position. Oh, Kevin, looks like Kevin's been exposed, and he is actually going to be fighting with Pook God. Very scary situation to be in.
Yeah, and now a couple of nades already being popped right in. That's going to be an easy peasy kill on towards Heavy, but it's going to be KOG that actually snipped that one out, and he picks it up from the top with the third-party action coming right in. Now, he's going to be bringing out the grenade launches as well. KOG up close and personal. Remember this, EXP is the one on the top of the charts right now, and KOG has already got enough kills to be able to topple that. Quadra kill! Wait! Where did that come from? DLX! Osaka! These guys are absolutely on fire. 14 kills already in the bag. Osaka now trying to actually take out Punga. Punga already soaking way too much damage from the outskirts here. And it's going to be a couple more glue walls to be coming right in. 7 more alive, and it seems like they are absolutely depleted. EXP got nowhere to run or even hide just behind that corner of the tree. Now, KOG on an absolute dominant performance. EVOS Esports is already down for the count.
Do they know that there are 2 EXP people right on top of Osaka? I do believe Osaka knows. Oh, grenade! Oh, it doesn't bounce in! He's got one in. Oh, it's got the flash off, but does that really matter? Pook God is back up. It's actually going to be 2 King of Gamers versus 3 EXP. Can EXP do it? Dropping onto the low ground. It's Hoysum. We know this man. He loves to fight up close and personal. JXL goes down. Whoa. It's all up to Osaka. They get the drop. It's going to be EXP. Yes! Whoa. It's EXP winning that 1v1. Up against King of Gamers.
We saw that insane 360 flip coming in from Osaka, but it was still not enough. And EXP, they were on top of the charts, and now with this big booyah,